And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Grade A Fantasy on the Grade A Flex channel as I go over my top plays for the tight end position for the Week 12 slate on FanDuel. So I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to give you what I like first, and then, after that, I'll give you my top plays. Because there's three tight ends that I really do want to talk about. So we'll start off with, obviously, if Kittle's healthy, you're going to play him. Like I said, with Ayuk out, Jennings automatically benefits. He's one of my favorite plays. But Kittle is definitely somebody important that needs to get on track to give the offense a boost. And the 49ers are in the thick of things or whatever. And, they could lose the division lead and they'll be fighting for a wild card. So definitely got to look out for Kittle's health prospects, whatever. But if he's in, you're definitely playing him. Now, let's go a little bit lower. We're going to go to Travis Kelce at 7,200. I think it's an amazing play for Kelce. But this is kind of like one of those warnings. Like I said, I've been giving people warnings about McCaffrey and, other, what could be booming chalk spots or whatever. The only dangerous thing about McCaffrey is this. And it's because of the way they run the offense too. You can have, I'm going to give you a scenario here. You can have KC up 35-10 late, because this should be a game they should have well in hand. I got a feeling this is going to be a game that they're going to have well in hand into the fourth quarter, and majority of the starters sit. You might get the running backs still getting a lot of burn because Carolina can't stop the run. That's why I'm bigger on the run game than the pass game. And then, of course, when with the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said, you could have Xavier Worthy. You could have some gadget plays. You might get even a defensive touchdown turnover from Bryce Young and stuff like that, and the ball goes right back to Carolina. And then, of course, like last week, you could have, who was it? Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns last week, I think it was. So, Kelce would be good for the yardage, but for 72, and the way tight end has been this year, I think it might be smart to maybe be whatever the ownership is being projected, whatever ownership projections you use, to be slightly under the field. Now, of course, you got to have him. You have to have Kelce this week. All KC is on deck for this week's match against Carolina, but if none of those early touchdowns go to Kelce and the Chiefs are dominating, he might be sitting in the fourth quarter, and now you're looking at 7,200 Kelce with a 4, 5, 6 reception, 57 to 60 yards, and you can easily get that with the 2 guys that I have there's 2 other guys that I like more, and then of course the guy that I have posted as the main feature. But I like Kelce. I just don't love Kelce this week because that could be he could easily get game scripted out. I just say be on the safe side. I think he should be below the field on Kelce, because if these gadget plays and McCall Hardman gets inside reverse inside the 10 and Worthy gets one and the defense gets one, and then like I said, the running backs are definitely optimal to me in this one, and then maybe one TD pass from Mahomes goes to D-Hop and nothing goes to Kelce, that 72 goes down the drain. So that's just something I just want you to be wary about. It's something that could happen. It makes sense for the game script purposes. Now, another person that I like, even though one wide receiver is out for the year, he's really flourished when both of them are out during that time frame. So I definitely love K. Dotton, but if Mike Evans comes back, I think you're not going to get this K. Dotton from mid-October from like the Baltimore game on. You're probably going to get the K. Dotton from earlier this season with the 8.5, 5.9, 8.2. Now, yes, Godwin was there at these games, and like I said, he boomed in first with the targets and everything from here on out, especially with Mike Evans out. But I got a feeling Mike Evans is going to take a lot of this away. This 10 target, 11 target might not be there. So if Mike Evans comes back, 6,600, you need kind of one of these games, or one of these decent games, or one of these decent games from before the boom, like the 8.5, or maybe something half of this 981 and 1 touchdown. That might turn into 7 targets, 5 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown. Something like that. 66, that's not too bad, but I like Kate Otten. I just don't love him. And then, of course, because of how high scoring this is, FanDuel, you have to worry about the Sunday night game. I'm high on A.J. Brown. I understand the LA Rams have been playing better. Secondary has been performing better. Still a bad secondary. I think, it's just another one of those mini version of the Lions. Too many mouths to feed. And plus, Dallas Goedert has a quarterback that can push his way. It's very rare he'll get a red zone look. Good matchup. Great game script. And obviously, there's leverage of having this game last while everybody else doesn't have, people from this game. Because a lot of people are priced up. It's not going to be easy to get to this game, especially this being at the end of the night. So, ownership purposes, I think Dallas Goedert might be a great play. I just think for 6,100, he's going to get cannibalized by maybe, like I said, that secondary can get beat deep on both sides. I love A.J. Brown this week. Obviously, you got to love Saquon. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith could also get a deep one. It's just one of those, just be on red alert. But now for my top plays, we're going to start. I still consider Kelsey a top play. The other ones I like is just, be wary. Brock Bowers, you have to like Brock Bowers. It's a great matchup, and he's pretty much all that they got. He's the only bright spot left. He's just very expensive at $75. So you're going to need a Brock Bowers kind of, how he did. Like, you need what he did at Denver, being at home. At Denver earlier this season, 8 for 97 off 12 targets and a touchdown, had 19.7 points. At the Rams, 14.3, it's okay, but for 7,500, you're going to need those kind of stats, but at least one touchdown. So you're going to kind of need the Brock Bowers that was last week, where it was pretty much all him. 16 targets, 13 receptions, 126 yards, one touchdown. Plus, I love Brock Bowers because, yes, Denver defense is great, but a lot of people like Jacoby Myers. I like Jacoby Myers, but what do I always say when you're going against Denver? Somebody like Jacoby Myers is going to get the Patrick Surtain shadow, so he's X'd out for me this week. The pass, that just means more looks to Brock Bowers. The game script and just the tempo of the game is going to go to him. So Brock Bowers, I love Brock this week, but hefty price tag, so just got to be careful with that. Next best play, Trey McBride. I mean, he's just been solid. I mean, he just doesn't put up the numbers that Brock Bowers does, but he's been pretty solidly consistent. And in a matchup against Seattle, doesn't guard the tight end that well. I think it's a great matchup. He is, just like Brock, he is the quarterback's number one target and the safety valve if they're in some blitz situation. So Trey McBride, and he's a full, almost 1,000. He's 800 cheaper than Brock Bowers. So love Trey McBride this week. And if we keep going down, I'm not gonna lie, there's some interesting time. I understand T.J. Hawkins is starting to look healthy, it's starting to look better, but I'm gonna go all the way down. It's pay down week for me. It's been pay down for me all year. Tucker Kraft has been playing solid lately. The San Francisco defense is not performing the way it should be, so Tucker Kraft is always worth a look at 5,400. But yeah, my top two plays, the cover man, Zach Ertz, the volume is there. He's going against Dallas. 7, 8, 11, 5, 5, 8. I think Jaden Daniels is still dealing with sore ribs, not running as much. He's using his legs to pretty much extend plays so he can get the ball downfield. I love Zach Ertz, especially for his price at 5,300. He has multiple games where he's definitely paid that off well. So Zach Ertz is actually one of my favorite plays. And if I had a 1A to Zach Ertz 1B, we'll keep it $100 cheaper, and we'll just keep it at somebody like Hunter Henry, getting crazy targets from Drake May. 9, 4, 8, 6, 9, 5, 4. It has a steady ebb and flow, not a big peak where it goes from 8, 7 and drops down to 2, 1. I like Hunter Henry this week, and it's a good matchup too. Hunter Henry against Miami. If Miami's blowing them out, that means, yes, Drake May will be dropping back more. Of course, he'll be looking more downfield to the wide receivers. But if a quarterback drops back, a tight end like Hunter Henry will be getting even more looks. And that's why when it comes down to this week, and especially with the contest that I'm playing, they put back the 20 max the way it's supposed to be. So I can't get to everybody, but those are the tight ends that I like. when it comes to paying down. I don't think I'll be paying down. And I mean, yeah, will I get extravagant and try and get maybe other people? Hey, Noah Fant might be healthy. I mean, there's not really much here after that. But yeah, when it comes to paying down, I love the Tucker Craft, Zach Ertz, Hunter Henry area of 5,400, 5,300, and 5,200. But that is my quick breakdown of the tight ends, of my top play at the tight ends for week 12 on FanDuel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Please check out all the other videos. I'll be linking them in the description, or you can just check the playlist on my YouTube page. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Once again, good luck with your research this week. Week 12 should be a good one. Wide receiver video out tomorrow. This is Grade A Fantasy signing off.